Talking Normies Podcast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
What up?
Welcome to the Talking Normies Podcast. My name is Chris Talking Normie Johnson.
I'm Pat.
Hey, what's up? This is Spidey.
What up? It's Mickey.
Hey, and I don't know if you guys know this, but today has been a glorious week. This has been a glorious week for us, mainly because of video games. But instead of talking about that, we're going to do our regular weekend catch up. I want to say shout outs to everybody out there in the comments, everybody in the little chat. Thanks for hanging out. If you are watching or listening to us on the old different internets, if you find us, via audio only, let it be known that we do this thing live. You don't have to be here live to enjoy it with us, but
Don't have to be.
sometimes it helps. Anyway, with that being said, weekend catch up. The fuck y'all been up to?
Shit.
What?
Collectively,
I was gonna say a thing that could segue into one of the topics, so I don't know.
All right, so then Mick, you'll go last. He'll segue into the topic.
What's the topic?
Well, you'll see when we get there, man.
You'll find out.
I've been watching a lot of train videos lately.
Train.
Yeah. I like trains. I've been watching a lot of Downey Live. I've been watching a lot of Trek Trendy. There's a new high-speed rail down in Miami that goes from Miami up to Orlando. I'm very excited to ride it. High-speed trains are one of those things that I enjoy. One, because they're cool, but two, because public transportation is bringing equity
So, quick
to
question.
the world.
Yeah.
Are you learning about trains, or are you watching people just be on a train and be just...
I am.
Train enthusiasts.
I'm watching people ride interesting trains around America and just go on fun train rides. Me and Marketa recently went on a fun train ride. So, yeah, we're
So it's like a POV of someone just being on a train and just watching it?
he's talking. It's a vlog. He's not just like watching me sit for 12 hours.
Okay.
Hey, is it the guy that straps like the 360 camera to his forehead?
No, I haven't seen that guy.
Oh, I'm gonna have to show you a video. Also, there was a guy from back in the day. I don't know if he's around anymore because he had like a terminal illness, but like he chose to, I guess, spend the last few years of his life train surfing.
Nice.
So he would get like industrial magnets and just attach himself to the outside of the train and just surf trains.
I'm pretty sure that's a whole video game. That sounds
That sounds fun.
It's pretty wild. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, cool.
So yeah, I've been watching a lot of train videos. I developed a bunch of film.
Did you watch Thomas the Train?
No, I never really got into that. I did have the toy, but I never really actually got into it. Yeah, developed a bunch of film, chilled out. I mean, I really kind of had a very relaxing week. I haven't done much. I worked at the bus last weekend. I did a little teachers event thing on the bus. It was cool. For once in a while.
What do you mean teachers event?
Like it was the end of the year, like teacher appreciation thing.
Oh, okay.
And so we had a bunch of teachers on the bus, a school called
Oh, yeah, school's about close.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah?
Somebody likes your jersey. Where'd you get it?
Oh my God, this is a DIYJO.
LJ. DIYOJ.
Do it yourself original jersey. DIYOJ.
.com.
Where you can
Use the
design
Normies code.
your own jersey. It says Normies on the front. It says 88.
You can,
is the year I was
design
born.
it however you want.
And on the back it says Nuisance 88, as in the person who I am online and generally in real life as well. So yeah, weekend. What have you been up to, Pat?
I don't know. My weekend was kind of like you, just chilled. I really don't know what I did during my weekend because it kind of just blew by. I think my weekends kind of blew by because I'm streaming a lot because the games.
Oh, you've been watching a lot of the games?
NBA games. Those were fun. It's always a good time to get on the Twitch stream with everybody. But I've been always looking for a personal trainer. Recently,
Didn't you have one back in the day? And he dropped you.
Yeah, he dropped. But
why did he drop you? What happened?
Because I was smoking and drinking.
Oh,
And then, but so like he dropped me because he was an online coach. But I wanted somebody who's going to be, I could go see him right now if I wanted to go see him. So I was looking for one, and like the one I found was like super expensive. I was like, fuck. He was wanting to charge $1,000 for only 3 sessions a week. I'm like, hell no. Get the fuck. Yeah, but I get why the price is that high. Not only is an IFBB pro, but he's a two-time champion. I'm
sorry. You're gonna have to tell us what an IFBB pro is.
He's a bodybuilder pro. So
International
fitness bodybuilder.
Bodybuilder.
Professional.
Something.
Pro's the last word.
But he's a pro, and he's a two-time champ. So like that's why his prices were that high. I just can't afford that.
Can I ask you a question though? You've been going to the gym for like years, right?
Yeah.
What could a personal trainer teach you that you don't already?
That's what I'm going to get to you right now. Okay. So I'm going to get to you right now. So then I found, so I also, over the weekend, I connected, actually that's pretty, over the weekend I connected with my old buddy. It's like, we used to go play basketball with him. Naheed knows him.
That was the guy who came by the studio, right?
Yep. And it's awesome to like, when I got to talk to him, like his journey and how he grew up. Like this was a guy, when I remember when we were going to Scouts Test, he was like, in the poor ass community, like he was rough, and like I remember when he was young and the things that we used to do when we were young, and who he's become now is fucking phenomenal. He's grown up. He has 4 businesses. He just sold an apartment. He has a family. He's also a bodybuilder, but he's more of a power lifter. So he's like right now, if you go online, he's the top 50%, top in the top of the people. He's number 50 as like the strongest person.
Okay,
anything. Yeah, he benches like, I mean, he was telling me like his highest squat was like 900 something. So
that's a car. He can pick up small cars, right?
That's almost like a ton.
Yeah, so this dude is just like he's stacked. So I was getting to talk to him, connect with him, and he was just telling me about people around here, and he was like interested, like he was slowly introducing me to like other fitness people around here. So he introduced me to another person who I just hired to be my trainer this week.
Have you went to him yet?
Yes. And this is what I'm going to tell Mickey why I think everyone, no matter what, if you've been training for long or not training, I feel like you should go to someone who has been training and is the type, like myself, I've been training for like 15 years or lifting for like 15 years, but I don't look like a bodybuilder, right? Well, that means you're doing something wrong.
Sleep.
Well, no, sleep is one, but also I'm always taught, and even YouTube and Instagram and all those YouTubers, TikTok bodybuilders, or fake ones. Some of them are fake. Some of them are like
it is a big issue.
True.
In the
yeah,
industry.
it's like they're scammers.
Like the one guy that always
Liver
pops
King.
up in the ads. I don't know.
Like like Liver King. These guys are all fake.
Yeah, they're just juicing.
Yeah, so all these fake ones, they kind of give a bad rep to the whole industry. But anyways, what I learned is I always thought is what you put in is what you get out. So it's like do more. That's false. He was I told him like I was like doing like 6-7 sets per exercise. He's like, bro, don't just do 3 sets. And it's not even about the weight. Like I always thought about weight, like progression overload. It's not even about that. Like when we were like, for instance, we did lat pull downs, and I never would ever feel it in my lats. Never, for 15 years, never feel it. He made me push in my elbows, things I never thought of, and just like pull it in straight down and a little bit lean back and not flaring out your elbows. Just little techniques I'd never thought of, but I thought I was doing it right. And he held his hands there, and I was pushing it down. And I'm telling, like, I'm only pulling down 30 pounds. It felt ridiculously weird, and I felt burning in my lats. Yesterday I did quads, like legs, right? I only had 25 plates on the damn thing. 2 plates, 2 of 25, so that's 50 pounds. I was doing squats. I relearned how to do squats, and I never had a quad pump ever, like the way I did. And I'm talking about, we did 3 exercises and I was done. And that was like, we worked
It's kind of crazy. You've been working out for 15 years. I feel like you should have got a trainer 15 years ago.
Yeah, sooner. I was like, I fucked up, and he was telling me your body only has 45 minutes of glycogen. More than that, you're being like catabolic, so like you're hurting yourself.
Yeah.
And so just like learning stuff from him, and like yesterday we did a workout, and I did it during my lunch break. So I went around like 11:45, and I got done by 12:30. Right. That day, I don't do it in 45 minutes. All my workouts with him were like within 45 minutes, 3 or 4 exercises, but I've never felt the pump, the soreness like I haven't felt before. And the biggest thing is, I think I learned was we don't go to like, when it's time under attention, it's going to failure, right? We think we go to failure, but we don't go to failure. I think that's where a lot of people, that's why I didn't grow as much, was like, oh, I think I'm tired. I think I reached failure, but you probably have 10 more reps in you. So it's all about time and attention. It's less waste, time and attention, and just going past failure, like force reps.
Oh, are we about to see a brand new super jack Pat?
Bro, it's about in 3 months, bro. He's gonna get me jacked.
Hold on, what is it now? What month is it now? May.
So Pat, just
August.
So let me get you straight here. He basically told you you're spending too much time at the gym.
Yeah.
So
we told you.
So like what we've been saying to you.
Yeah, but listen, I I never like I've never hit the wall the way I hit the wall with him. I'm always trying to get tired, and I can never get tired.
Yeah.
So
what's kind of crazy is at least you've got the dedication and you've been going consistently for 15 years, because that's the part I think that people struggle with, is like building it into their routine. You already got the routine down. Now you're just about to get the techniques and the finer points. You're gonna be fucking jackpot.
A few years ago, I remember you were pretty stacked.
Yeah.
Like back in the
when I did my first transformation,
like the beginning of the channel.
Yeah. It was just, I also was just eating. Now he wants me to eat every 2 to 3 hours, and that's going to be the hardest thing.
Yeah, because you need to build the mass to build the muscle.
Yeah.
2 or 3 hours eating, I can lock that down, bro.
Like small portions, right? Like you just kind of.
Oh, bro, no, his meals are huge for me. Like, so it's like he wants
big
me to
meals
eat
every 2-3 hours. I don't know.
He's like every 2 to 3 hours, and your meal he doesn't care. He cares about macros and calories, so it's got to be at least 500 calories.
Okay.
And 30 grams of protein. 30 to 40 grams of protein, and then like 20 and I could have carbs now.
30 grams of protein every 2-3 hours?
And I could have carbs now. Before I was like worried about my carbs. He said, bro, eat your fucking carbs.
Brother, I can.
Yeah, I mean, carbs give you energy.
Yeah, I'm here for that,
I love
man.
pasta.
Bro,
Right?
I was like,
Boy.
this is the type of diet I could stick to. The guy online was giving me such a strict ass diet, which was probably why it failed so much.
If you can find me a protein pasta, that'd be pretty tight.
What? Just
That
put meat
exists.
on pasta, motherfucker. What you talking about?
That exists. Black bean
You
pasta.
get pasta and you put meat in it. What you?
Ooh, I wonder if you make like black bean meatballs. You know, like a black
Yeah.
bean.
You could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Katie, what the fuck you been
Both
up
of
to?
the things that you mentioned exist.
It feels like one of those things where maybe do you just eat noodles by themselves? It's just noodles.
Hey, you know, actually, since I've been doing HelloFresh, I've learned to make some pretty fire buttered noodles.
So
Okay.
I do have a question for you guys. So now this past 3 days, like I told you, like my nights is just my evenings is the gym because I'm there like 2 to 3, maybe sometimes 4 hours, and that's my evening. Now I have too
Free
much
time.
time. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Oh my God, Pat! You can
have
go
to-
and live your life.
You have
A
to
hobby.
You can
develop-
go
So
socialize.
for 50,
Get a girlfriend.
I want you to give me a percentage ratio of the last 15 years. How much of your life have you spent in?
Too much. Too much.
50%. I'm calling 50% right here, right now.
No, I'm going like 80.
80?
I'm going 80%.
There was a time I was
Gym.
going. There was a time I was going to the gym 2 times a day.
All right,
and lifting
Pat,
2 times a day.
it's time to. You know what? The next few podcasts, we're gonna have to find you a hobby.
We do.
Can we finally take this motherfucker to the art museum?
I do need to do something because I was so bored yesterday. I actually had.
You have to go get a hobby and I don't know, build a puzzle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get a Lego box.
He can go outside too. Like you can go on a hike,
build a puzzle
motherfucker.
outside.
Go ride a
that's
bike.
no, it has to be a non-activity activity.
What?
Non-active activity.
You can go for a
Walking?
walk.
No, because he's already going to the gym. Like adding more activity is not gonna.
I mean, walking's not exactly a gym routine. It's
Yeah.
just walking.
Yeah, but it's still cardio.
Yeah, I gotta watch my cardio. I told him I was doing two sessions of cardio a day. He said, "Bro, you stupid.
He says do less cardio.
Yeah, less cardio."
All right. Well, listen, art vlog. We're going to the art museum. That's what we're doing. We're gonna take Pat to the art museum. We're not going to the Idle Drawer. I really need to go to the Idle Drawer because there's a Dorothea Lange exhibit there, and I love
Just
her.
start
So
with the
I'm just gonna
Children's Museum.
No, the Children's Museum is too fun. We're going to the art museum.
Too fun. That's the point.
We're going to the art museum first, and then we'll do the Children's Museum. Children's Museum is fucking
Ooh,
slappers.
You should get one of those like window bird feeders, and then just get into like bird watching.
Start knitting.
No, if you're gonna get into bird watching, nice, Caddy.
Start knitting.
Yes, you should knit like those like gym power belts, and then sell them at the gym.
Oh my God. Crochet belts.
All right, we're definitely gonna. We're figuring out the art vlog. I'm gonna see what our next week is looking like. I think we can do it in the evening. If everybody else can't come, it'll just be me and Pat.
3 months later, all of the trees around our house are going to be bombed with yarn.
Just
Yarn.
yarn bombs. Marketa, what have you been up to?
Over the weekend?
Yeah, your weekend catch up. Well, we haven't talked with you in a while.
You know, luckily, my coworker from the bus was back in town,
Ooh,
and so this coworker was able to take the weekend shift.
Spidey's coming
What?
to the art museum. Spidey's coming.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. The coworker is Chris. He was gone for 2 weeks, and me and Navi had to deal with the bus by ourselves.
Unbelievable!
It was unbelievable.
How dare you?
So he was working the whole weekend, and that allowed me to have my time, which was great. I had homemade brunch on Sunday.
What'd you make?
With well, it was me, Navi, Corey, and Bree, and I made these like fluffy pancakes.
They sent me pictures. They
Pancakes
didn't
that
leave
like
any for me.
rise. And we had French toast casserole.
What the fuck is that?
Yeah,
explain that.
pause. Yeah, explain that.
It's a French toast in a casserole. So it's like a big French toast that you just cut up.
What is a casserole?
A casserole is a big like pan that you put in the oven.
Imagine a French toast, but like a brownie.
It's just a type of pan.
Well,
I thought
No,
a
it's a
casserole
dish.
was-
It's a dish that's made in the oven, and it can be. You can have like green bean casserole.
Yeah.
so hold on real
have-
quick. I think a casserole is like stuff suspended in other stuff, right? So you got the French toast, but she also put berries and things inside
Oh,
of
okay,
it,
that's
right?
what I'm trying to get. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you can make a casserole, like you can do my God, what's the you can do a cornbread casserole where it's like, I got like jalapenos and sausage and shit suspended in cornbread.
It's layered.
Yeah, so the French toast casserole is stuff suspended in French toast.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
It was really good. I had a little bit.
It was very good. And we had a bunch of hash browns and sausages and stuff. So it was great. And mimosas. I also decided for some reason to paint my bathroom.
Your bathroom?
Our bathroom.
Comrade. Fuck yeah. Fucking communism over here. Damn right, it's our bathroom.
I don't know why I decided to do that. It was a mistake.
Why?
Because it took way too much effort, more than I thought it would take.
She keeps doing this. I was very excited when she was like, I'm going to paint the bathroom while you're gone. I was like, you goddamn right. Hell yeah, let's go. I was like, you sure you got this? She was like, yeah, I got it. I was like, babe, you sure you got it? She's like, I got it. It's gonna be cool. I came back and I was like, I don't know why you decided to take on this endeavor. The whole bathroom's covered in plastic. She took everything out. We found, I'll let them tell you about the thing we found behind the mirror.
Oh yeah, there's like a gaping hole behind our mirror, and it feels like if you say Candyman into the mirror 3 times, you will die.
Oh God.
Have you seen Chad's video on the TikTok girl that like keeps renovating?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, she's done her bathroom like 10 times.
Yes.
Like it's never ending.
I did see that, and you know, as soon as I got done with it, I was like, oh, in my head, this looked way better, and I don't know what to do with this information now.
Redo the bathroom again. She did paint the whole entire living room twice. So, I mean,
Hey, it looked amazing now, so I don't know what your problem is.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem. I'm just saying, you the type of motherfucker to paint something twice. That's all.
Yeah.
And sometimes I don't want to be incorporated. But I helped.
What color did you choose?
I chose this sage green color. I really wanted to go for like a very zen vibes in the bathroom.
Any gold?
I'm not done yet. Yes, there's some gold.
Ooh, see, like that kind of green, like the wire green.
No, like a more sagier, like a. It's kind of I would say a little desaturated, kind of soft.
Lighter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What
It's
else
like
are you
a
gonna do
very-
to the bathrooms?
It's very relaxing color. I have 2 shelves that I want to put up, and I want to put some plants on those shelves.
She also took down the shower curtain rod that I put up. I spent a lot of time putting it up. I thought it was super nice. It gave us more room in the shower, and she got rid of it.
See, that's what you have, the type of personality where like if you have any free time, you're gonna do something with it, and that's so wild to me. Like even if it's like 15 minutes, you're gonna be like, I don't know. You like have to fill your time.
I sit down and do nothing sometimes.
What I mean is like I mostly do that. Like, there's things I have in my head that I want to do, and I do them in my head, and I'm like, yeah, that's good enough. Like,
But like,
You just like run through it.
the problem with this project is that I really thought that I'm good at this, and I visualize what the bathroom is going to look like, and I was like, yeah, this is great. I have a plan. I'm going to execute on this plan. And then once execution was finished, I was like, well, this does not look anything like what what the fuck is happening?
see, I would do that. Like, I would pick a project, get the vision, buy all the things for it, and then I lose interest.
Oh,
And
man.
then I'm just like, okay.
See, that's called ADHD.
That's,
Yeah.
But here-
that's
As a professional with ADHD, allow me to tell you what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, I finally found out why I've been hobby hopping all my life.
Oh, hobby hopping. I never call it. All right. So what I like to do personally is with the whole thing is I like to do 2 things at once. So then once you're bored with one thing, you jump over to the other thing and do that one. And then when you're bored with that one, you jump back. It's like wall jumping in video games. But it's for things to do. And then eventually you look up and after like 6 months, you got them both done and you got them both done well.
Yeah, that's it. The 6 months is the problem. Like for me, like when I'm practicing piano, like I'm learning like 5 songs at the same time because I'll practice one for like a few minutes and then I'm messing up too much and it's frustrating. So I like move on to the next song. And like 6 months later, I'm no like better at any of them. it's just.
Okay, I will say for practicing piano songs, that might not be the best thing. I'm talking about completely whole new hobbies. Like,
yeah.
oh, I did gardening for a little bit while the sun was out, and now I'm back to this. Anyway, Caddy, what else is that it? You done the bathroom? You done a bathroom there, yeah? In
the
that
bathroom. I spent a lot of time outside with the cat. He loves to be outside, so.
It was a good time to be on.
He found a baby bunny, didn't he?
Good. Yes, he befriended a bunny.
Oh, okay.
I really thought
He was gonna kill it.
that was going to be the end of my life because I could not possibly face a dead baby bunny and having to bury it. So
God.
I would probably just bury myself next to it.
You would have buried the bunny out. Oh,
I mean, if it's dead,
I would have just put him in the trash.
Yeah, why don't you let the cat
You would have
eat it?
no, you put a little.
You
You get 2 popsicles. Okay, you
What?
eat them. Then you make a little cross. You put it.
You're Michael Scott.
Marketa was literally be like, Marketa, why did you buy a box of popsicles for the first time in our entire relationship? She's gonna be
For
like, the cat.
emotional support.
the cat
and
killed a
for
bunny.
The cross
Baby
for the
outside.
bunny.
Mickey, what have you been up to?
Chris, I made an investment.
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh God.
That has completely changed my life.
You about to pitch me on something?
yeah.
And I'm
Yes.
gonna. This is a public service announcement to all the fellas out there.
Is it an MLM?
Oh my god.
Ball pouch underwear.
You spent the whole weekend playing with your balls in the pouch underwear?
No, quite the opposite. I spent the whole weekend ignoring them
See, but why you want to ignore them?
because they're in the pouch and they're out of the way, and it
Okay.
feels incredible. You need to pick one of these ball pouch companies, and I need a sponsorship stat,
Bro,
because you don't understand. Like this, like I don't.
don't you like holding your balls?
What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Like, you know when you hold your ball, you feel comfortable, you feel safe.
Are you swaddling your nutsack?
What do you mean?
All right, I'm gonna have to be careful shaking your hands now. So, like,
About to be hand sanitized.
Okay, but
what percentage of every day are you holding your balls?
Well, not like during the day, but like you know what?
Sometimes I sit on the couch and
Yeah,
I'll
exactly,
I'll
you know
cut my
what?
balls,
Like,
but
yeah.
I mean,
Or like when you have the flu or when you're sick, you hold your balls for like warmth and comfort and
Okay.
safety.
okay, Pat's not out of line here. I just thought you're just not doing it outside of the house, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Dear comments, if you're currently listening to this, or if you're currently here on Twitch, please tell us if you're cupping your balls.
Listen, or if you have ball pouch underwear. If you don't, you can, boy.
I'm gonna try it, Mickey, but I feel like I ignore my
telling
balls
you.
most of the time. I'm not thinking about them now.
You think you do. You think you do. Until you get a ball pouch underwear. And it's just like, I'm unbothered by life now.
so I have a question about this. Aren't your balls supposed to like sag or not depending on like
The temperature.
temperature
Yes.
and like self-regulate in this way? If you have the pouch holding them in place, they're not able to like regulate the temperature. Isn't that bad for like
Welcome to Human Anatomy
your
101.
stuff?
No. Actually, ball pouch underwear is supposed to help with certain like ball aging,
function?
ball aging, I guess.
Ball aging?
Look, man, it's like boobs. You know, they kind of like they sag. afterwards.
Motherfucker, gravity exists. Your face will sag, your tits will sag, your nuts will sag. This is inevitable.
I'm saying it's comfortable, man. I'm telling you.
Mickey, I'm gonna try them because
ball pouch underwear.
you and Serge have been on this long enough, but also y'all are crumplers.
It is.
And
Yes,
that's
exactly.
why I'm worried.
Exactly.
I still want to make some paper mache cheeks and get some like Hershey's syrup to like scientifically prove that crumpling is the best method.
Absolutely.
Can we do some
not.
Mythbusters type shit?
All right. You know how we've talked about
this-
making our
this
own
needs
content
to
before?
happen. This
There's
needs
no
to
way in fuck that this can go on the normies, but you can put it on your own personal TikTok and I will help you.
Look, this needs to happen. Okay, we need a Mythbusters crumpling versus folding. I need to know once and for all
Okay.
because I think you're all wrong.
You know what? Here, I think
I tried folding.
Yeah?
There's no friction. It's just it's like a slide. It's not.
Are you using one piece or two pieces? Are you like rolling
yeah.
all over your
Okay.
hand?
No, it's it's a solid fold.
And with that scatological portion of the podcast being done, we will find a way to do it without making paper mache cheeks. I think we can just use skin.
Or can we not use baby? And like not real baby, a fake baby.
Skin.
A fake baby.
No,
like,
we need to have a visual for the audience. Like,
like you know how in home ec class you get a fake baby and you got to change the diapers. So
Yes.
when we just put some like chocolate syrup in it,
we
and then
could
squeeze out the
buy a mannequin. Yeah.
and then just.
Make it stop.
All right.
Change the topic.
I think we're gonna find one. We got this. All right.
Yeah.
Ball pouch underwear, guys. It is
pouch
the new
underwear.
thing for a new time.
I can't believe it's only just now coming around.
All right. So video
So
games.
what was the benefits for these ball pouches for you?
They're just out of the way.
He says it's comfortable. We're gonna have to try it.
It's just comfortable.
I'm gonna go on Amazon. I'm gonna cop a pair. I'm gonna do it.
It's summer now. It's gonna get hot and humid.
I agree with that.
You know what that-
Yeah, yes,
you know?
yes. I agree with
And
that.
it's got- you
but
know?
but when I'm at home, I want to cup my balls.
Listen, I don't mind brewing up a couple of soup dumplings because soup dumplings are delicious.
just imagining-
The hotter and sweatier and soupier it gets, the more the dumplings get flavor, brother.
I made a huge mistake.
Pat, I'm just imagining like as soon as you get home, it's just nonstop, like until you go back to work.
I mean, when you're sitting on the couch watching TV and you're already in your boxers or you're
exactly.
I like to rock a little kimono or like a little robe around the crib.
I watch TV in my boxers just like you. Yeah, I watch TV like
I don't know if I.
It's Al Bundy, bro. That's why he did it, man. All right, off the topic. Games. There's a lot of cool games out this week. We've been playing video games.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
I
slick segue.
need to tell everybody, including everyone sitting here, especially two of you, but for the third one as well. You got to play Jedi Survivor.
Yeah.
Now, I know Mickey's going to play it because he likes Souls-likes and he's a brutal motherfucker. Marketa's not going to play it because she's worried it's going to be too hard. But hear me out,
Elden
Katie.
Lord.
Hear me out. They have a story mode version for little babies like you, for your little baby feelings. And in the story mode version, you can whoop Darth Vader's ass if you come across him. You can just stomp him out like a forest fire because it's the story.
I did.
It wants you to learn the story and it doesn't want you to have the hardships.
I got all
learning the
sassy
story.
at Vader.
didn't Darth Vader? Why would
That
you want
one
to?
game.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry.
What was that game?
It was shit. What was that game?
It was on the Oculus.
The Oculus that we played the Jedi games on the Oculus. We haven't finished playing the third one yet, but that is on the schedule for us, for me and Katie personally.
I got very sassy with Vader there.
You did. You were shit talking him with your body language. I wish I took videos. She was in the kitchen being like, "What you gonna do? You gonna fucking force choke me? You gonna fucking hit me, bitch?" And I was like, "Marketa, calm down." She's like, I'm like watching it on the TV. I'm like, you can't talk to Darth Vader like that. She's like, what? He a bitch. I was like, all right.
Didn't Darth Vader become good?
In the very last movie he's in, sure thing. But before that, there's a lot of child murder.
But he's also like he's also someone's Luke's father, right?
Yes.
Yes.
So then Luke is good too. So then
Yeah.
why? So then
I mean, Darth Vader's bad. He kills children. He blew up a
You need
planet.
to watch the movies to find out.
A trillion people.
Supplemental stuff like
He
Clone
killed a
Wars
trillion
and
people.
Rebels and Alderaan.
I mean, I really think, honestly, we're
Exploded
gonna
a planet.
get to a point where we're gonna rewatch those first three movies, and I think it'd be cool if Pat watched them because he's afraid of Star Wars.
As long as you don't watch it for Alderaan reasons.
what's all the wrong reasons?
That's an inside joke. You gotta. Alderaan is a planet.
He has to learn, but he has to learn.
So, all right, guys, that's it. We're gonna find a way to sneak in A New Hope, so that Pat can watch a Star Wars. Because as much as you like villains, Vader's kind of the best villain to like. Like he's the OG villain.
But he became good. He was a heel and then he became good. So
bro.
He what?
The last thing he does in the very last minutes of his life.
Yeah, I don't know that he
lives
became
probably
good.
for 60-something years, and in the last 5 minutes.
Well, Pet doesn't know. Let's just not spoil it. For
I mean, he knows he becomes good. I'm trying to tell him that portion of him becoming good is 5 minutes in his 60-year-long life.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he became good.
He did a good thing once.
He's just kind of.
He had
Yeah.
regrets.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he became good.
All right, so but definitely though, you guys should play Jedi. I'm being serious. Like even if you don't fuck with Star Wars,
I'll
it's a
watch you
fun
play.
game.
Look dope.
You know,
Yeah, you
when
feel really powerful.
When it comes to video games, I'm going through a period in my life where like I really want to play video games, and this might be ADHD again, but like as soon as I sit down to like play video games, I just lose interest.
bro, I agree with that.
I just like I like
You're playing wrong games.
I turn no man, I'm playing all the fun ones.
I think you're right about that because like I think about like yesterday I was like, oh, I want to play a video game. I want to play a video game. I was thinking about it in my head, okay, I'm going to play. I got some free time, I'm going to play. And then I brought my wired cable downstairs to hook up to the router so I could play. And all of a sudden I was like, man, I don't really want to play. I'd rather just watch TV. I get that. Why? Are we old?
I mean,
I think
y'all are.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, that's something to do with it for sure.
Listen,
it's not that I'm losing my love for video games. I love video games, but like I don't know. I just like
Maybe we got
as soon
bored
as
with
I
them.
sit down to play, like if all the boys are on and it's a multiplayer thing, that's different. But like when I'm playing solo, I don't know. I lose.
I was rushing into work to play Jedi Survivor, and I'm like literally about to do
But
the
you're
same.
streaming too. That's different.
I'm about to do the same today for Tears of the Kingdom. I woke up this morning early and played. Got through like the first couple of cutscenes and shit. I played on the car ride up here. I'm gonna play on my lunch break while Marketa's streaming. I'm gonna be playing and helping her out. Like, I'm excited to play this game, and I really want to play it, and I'm here for it. I don't know.
I think I want to do a second run of Elden Ring because I didn't properly record the first one, and I need the world to know that I'm a good gamer.
You know what? That's what while playing Jedi Survivor, there's parts that got really hard, and while I was really trying to fight through them, I realized I was doing it for all the wrong reasons. Like the game, it got to a part that was pretty hard for me, and I kept going back, and I think I lost 20 times. And I was like, you know what? I'm not trying to prove to anyone I'm a good gamer. I just want to have fun, and also, I'm gonna let the hate flow through me. And so I turned the difficulty way down, so that way I can just maliciously maul motherfuckers. And I was like, oh, that feels good. Yeah, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. Maybe I'm a shit. Maybe I suck at games. I don't give a fuck. I have fun.
You know what? Elden Ring doesn't give you that option.
I know. That's what they were saying. That's why I'm not going to play Elden
You're
Ring.
just in there.
I'm just not going to play it.
Bro, I was so mad. Okay, the two things I did record was the final two boss fights, but I accidentally saved the same video twice.
Oh.
So like the very best boss fight that I had,
no.
I don't have the footage for it. And I was very sad. And that boss fight was one, like I had a 3-hour stream where I didn't beat him at all. And then the next stream I beat him in the next 15 minutes.
Marketa knows that feeling. That's true. But I mean, that's honestly, it's honestly the same way with piano too.
That's
if
where
you
you get your
spend
gamer
that much amount of time practicing on something and hitting your head against that wall, once you stop, because you reach a point of mental fatigue, once you stop and come back, you will come back and crush it that first time around. But the other one is Tears of the Kingdom, which, Pat, I don't think this is your type of game. You would probably call it foo-foo. It probably looks too cute for you. So I'm not going to suggest you play this one.
No.
But
It's so good.
what about you, Linketta? It's so good you haven't even played it yet.
Tears of the Kingdom?
Well, it's better than the last one, which says a lot because the last one was the best.
What was the last one called?
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yes, I'm really excited. And for me, that game is just like an absolute escape from
I would
reality.
Yeah.
I would love to beat it if Serge gave me my copy back.
Mickey, I'll give you my copy if you promise to fucking finish it.
I would have to start over at this point. Like I
Also,
like-
Serge
like-
ain't playing it, and you see him
So-
5
so-
times a week.
so this
Tell
is-
him to bring it here.
This is another one of my toxic traits is like I will also switch from game to game. But like, let's say I get through a game like halfway and then I move to a different game and I play that for a while and then I want to go back to the game that I'm halfway through. I don't want to continue where I left off. I want to start over.
Why?
Because I want to have a continuous experience. You know, like
You're just shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
I want to have a continuous experience, and so sometimes I do that, and sometimes I'll play a game till like the last level, and then I just won't finish.
Now that I do get, but for me,
Why?
I did because I don't want to be done with it yet.
I get that with TV, but not with game.
It's the exact same thing.
same
Except for with TV, I want a conclusional story. Like right now on Metroid Prime, I got all the way up to the final boss, and I played him, and I got really close to beating him, and I had to like stop that session. I was like, you know what? I can pick this up again tomorrow. And I was like, I don't really want to finish it yet. And like maybe on the next like long car ride or the long trip I have, I'll hop on and beast it out. But like, yeah, I don't.
Well, at least you're not going all the way back to starting over.
Yeah, no, I just don't want to finish it yet.
I have been getting better about it though, because like you know you gotta beat it, especially if there's like an anticipated sequel.
Yeah,
because like that's what happened with Horizon. I played it till almost the end, and then I never beat it, and then the sequel came out, and I was like, oh, I should go back and finish the first one, but I don't want to pick it up from where I left off. I want to start over because I've forgotten it by now, kind of.
Yeah.
It's tough.
For all those
It's
asking in the chat, I will be streaming Zelda in a little bit. After this podcast, I'm going to go for a brisk walk so I get at least some motion in my body before the stream.
I haven't seen,
and then I'll stream.
I haven't seen any of the trailers or anything for it. Like I'm pretty blind on it.
Oh,
Is
fuck.
it like the same graphics, the same kind of open world?
Yes,
But it's got a.
You can
lot
do
more,
like
I'm
new
sure.
things. Like you can.
Don't
for
spoil him.
example,
Don't spoil him on it. He says he hasn't seen any trailers.
No, it's okay. You can.
Oh.
yeah,
Okay.
you can.
You can, for example, like put two objects together to create a new weapon. So, like if you have a stick and
A rock.
a rock, you can create
That's pretty
like
cool.
a hammer.
Yeah, because like the cooking system in the other game was
Yes.
pretty complex.
I love the cooking.
Essentially, in this one, like there are videos of people literally making hovercrafts.
Yes.
People have figured out a way to like you can duct tape enough shit together to fly, and it's like, oh, I
So
don't.
it's like Zelda Minecraft.
Yes.
Kind of yes.
What?
But and the story's good. The first opening cutscene was very fun. It gives you a nice little twist. It's got some Adventure Time elements. If anyone's playing, y'all know what I'm talking about, and I'm super into that. PopCon.
Popcorn.
Woo! We're gonna be at PopCon, guys. PopCon in Indy and in Louisville. And fun fact, we're giving away 50 tickets to PopCon. Wow! Damn. So if you're in the general area,
If you're in the Midwest,
honestly, if you're in the whole United
Bring
States and you
your
want to
ass.
fly, honestly, if you're in the whole entire world and you want to fly in and come to
Honestly, from outer
PopCon,
space, you're gonna come over here.
if you
Right?
want to make the effort, we
Yeah.
have a dope convention center that are surrounded by dope hotels.
and cool other stuff to do too. There's an arcade bar where all the games are free, and they got drinks,
Yes.
Yeah.
and they got Smash
but,
Bros.
but go to the cool one, not the pretentious
And the
one.
bees.
Oh, see, yeah, and Killer Bee, or Killer Queen, sorry, but also shout out Killer Bee. We're gonna be at PopCon. It's gonna be super fun, and we are also giving away tickets. You want to stick around and follow us on all the social medias to be catching up there with that. We're literally giving away 50 3-day passes, which is gonna be wild.
That's pretty sweet.
We've already given away 5, so I mean, y'all better hop on it, pay attention to us, watch us, because PopCon's gonna be fun. It'll be a good time to come meet us. There'll be other creators there. There'll be voice actors there. Spike,
Naruto's voice actors are gonna be there.
Naruto's voice actors gonna be
James
there.
Marsters. Yeah.
Marsters, fucking Spike from Buffy's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Look, it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a really good convention. Dante Bosco, Zuko here is gonna be at the one down in Louisville. So yeah, you guys, if you want to, if you're interested, definitely come through. We've had a bunch of fun in years past. The Boondock shirt that I wear was given to me by a fan named Moses, who just was like, hey man, I saw that you guys were going to be here and I saw this cool shirt. I was like, damn, still rock that shirt. Still get compliments on it on a regular.
It was cool. Like the last few years have been cool. Like the first time I signed my name on a poster, it just felt so strange. It's just like I'm just a guy.
I'm just a Mergula Hoosier. They were like, aren't you guys charging for these? And we were like,
No.
we were supposed to charge for autographs? I just made a dick joke on the internet like a couple hours ago. I feel like I should not be charging.
And there's another event that 3 of us are going to next week, but I don't know if we can talk about it.
Ooh, mysterious. I'm not going.
I don't know if we can talk about
He
it.
says
Oh,
the
you
3 of
can't.
us, as in.
said not to say.
Okay, yeah. So
Oh.
it's you'll find out.
Let me hype it up a little bit without saying anything. Mickey, Surge, and Runna will be going on a top secret Normies mission to do a top secret fun thing that we can't talk about right now. We're under top secret non-talk about it contract. Are you interested getting peaked? Is it an exciting thing? Does it involve a property we've previously seen? Who knows? Maybe only time will tell. Stick around. That's it. We hyped it up nice. Good job, y'all.
Yeah. I'm just so excited for the summer, dude. Like we're getting.
I'm excited for the summer because now I know I'm gonna have so much free time. I don't have to be at the gym.
We're getting out of our winter depression, which is very, very real for the whole state, for the whole Midwest.
Yeah, this is one of the worst places for it.
You trying to go Topgolf this weekend?
Why Topgolf?
Go to golf.
Like why not just a driving range? It's cheaper.
Fuck a driver. Why don't y'all go 18 holes or 9 holes?
We could talk to some people. We could drink, eat.
Pat wants to socialize.
Okay, as long as it's not the 3rd floor. I
Yeah,
can
we
deal
could
with
do
the
the down
second.
floor. Down floor. We could.
Why don't you want to do the 3rd floor?
Because it's high. It's too high, and there's like a little net, but like.
They're like mini golf.
Yeah,
Look,
dude.
I have an irrational fear that I'm gonna lose control of my mind and just.
Why? You
No.
That's crazy.
That's a real thing. It's called the call to the void. Like when you stand on when you're standing on a high thing and your brain's like, you should jump like that.
No, that's fake.
But also,
I have experienced that shit. Like I'll be up somewhere high and I'll go like I'll just like flinch and get back like, oh, what the fuck? Like
But also, I start to get like vertigo. Like
Yeah.
if I like the worst thing is when I'm with a group of people and we're like on the 2nd floor, 3rd floor somewhere, and we're going to the next location, and then everybody just decides
Jake,
to stop and have a conversation. Like, no, I can't. If I'm near heights, I need to be in motion. I can't stop.
Oh my God.
Don't stop me.
I remember when we went to that
the VR place,
the VR
Sandbox
place,
VR,
Sandbox VR, and
yes, even virtual heights.
Even virtual.
it was like this. It was like a
I guess I
space
can see
elevator that was like getting us to our ship.
and Mickey is playing as a robot marine who like kicks ass.
We were all Marines, and we were just like trying
We're
to
robots too.
securely take this object
station or some
to
shit.
the rocket to space, and like we're just like in this elevator, and I was like looking around for the aliens, and then I look around, and Mickey's just like
Like his robot's literally crouched on the floor. He's like, ah. I'm like, I'm supposed to be a fucking murder bot, bro.
Okay, first of all, the elevator that we were on had no railings, bad architecture. You know, like,
Not Star Wars, bro.
and it took us all the way to space. Like, how high do we need to go? Like, and I knew I was on the ground.
Mickey was like, space is too damn high. That guy, Jake, you should totally come to PopCon, sir. It'd be a good time. Come on out.
yes.
All right, let's talk about this movie. Did you guys watch Demolition Man?
Yes.
did. I don't
Um,
remember it being so funny.
it is pretty
Like,
fucking funny, right?
It's funny.
It's damn near a comedy.
I thought it was going to be an action movie. And it was an action movie, but it was an action comedy, I guess.
You know what I like about old action movies? I feel like when they blew up that first building, they blew that fucking building up, bro.
Like,
Marketa was like, Jesus Christ!
but you know what? I was watching it and I was like, damn, movies were like better back in the day.
That's because they just blew shit up, bro.
yeah, like it
There
was,
was just so much explosions.
but also what a original idea too. Like it's just I was trying to like.
Ooh, was it an original idea, Marketa? Would you like to
Oh, okay. Is it not?
tell us the thing that we didn't know about it? Because we're all illiterate idiots.
This was like basically the video version of Brave New World.
It took a lot of aspects of Brave New World, the book.
A very loose interpretation, but like characters have the same name. Even the
John Spartan, something like that.
well, he was John Savage.
In the book.
And
Although
then-
Huxley wrote it, and old girl's name is Huxley.
Yes, and her first name is what was it?
Lena.
Oh,
Lena.
Huxley. Okay,
Yeah.
I have heard of this.
And
book.
and they call John Savage multiple times throughout throughout the movie. Everybody's kind of like infantilized and having no worries, and you know.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's
So I mean, it was pretty spot on. It was very loose interpretation, but it was definitely there.
And
interesting.
so, but aside from that, let's go through them and let's talk about it. What do you guys think?
I was watching it and like I was trying to think of like the metaphors and the parallels. And
Not a lot of layers.
Not yet. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Well, the only it came together at the very end because throughout the movie, I'm like, why would they give this guy parole 14 years before John Spartan?
Right?
Why did they keep him alive in the first place? But then like everything connects at the end, and the final metaphor was like, what's the difference between this goon taking over city versus this politician taking over the city? It's the same thing. Like,
I personally think the politician taking over the city was the real villain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Like
100%, yeah.
I actually enjoyed Wesley Snipes as
it was
villain.
very RoboCop.
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah. I had mixed feelings about the movie. I thought it was going to be a really good movie because I love Wesley Snipes. I like Sylvester Stallone now because of Rocky. I mean, I used to like Sylvester Stallone
Didn't
because
like him before.
I used to like him because of Rambo. Rambo was dope. But his acting in this one threw me off.
Who's?
It was Sylvester Stallone.
Okay.
Because I felt like in the Rocky he was such a better actor. In this one, it was
Well, that's his baby.
in this one I don't feel like he acted that well. He was just but that's my opinion. But I think the person who actually did the best acting was Wesley Snipes. He was
he was having too much fun, bro.
Yeah.
he was having fun.
It's so
Simon
crazy.
says die.
Yeah. Oh my god.
It's crazy watching like older like anything pre John Wick because like why are there loaded guns in the movie?
Yeah.
That's exactly. I was like, hold on. The Future Society 1 couldn't get strong enough plexiglass, and then 2, you can show bullets next to guns, and you just don't put gunpowder in them.
Yeah.
I'm not the Elon Musk of the future who built this world, but I think just maybe if we got a violence wing of the museum, we don't put gunpowder in the bullets.
But the mayor guy, he put him up to it,
Yeah.
so maybe
Right.
he planted all
Yeah,
those
he planted all
things.
this.
Like he it was all. And then Dennis Leary.
Yeah.
We barely saw him.
also-
That was my biggest complaint too. I was like, Dennis Leary is one of big time actors, but we only I felt like he was only using the last half.
He gets that cool monologue.
This might have been pre like his.
Okay.
What was
'cause
Ladder
it-
99? Isn't he in one of those firefighter shows?
Rescue Me.
Rescue Me.
Rescue Me. When did so the movie starts in 1996.
1993.
Is that when it came out?
Came out in 1993, and they were like, shit's gonna be bad in the future, man.
It holds up for that's why I love older movies, because they literally could not rely on CGI.
Straight up.
Like all of that machinery, all of the set pieces, like it's all practical, and it holds up so
And
well.
for them to predict the future with some of the stuff was like realistic.
Arnold Schwarzenegger!
Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the self-driving cars.
Yeah.
And this is a little bit off, but fiber optic, like we use fiber optics now. Who were talking about using fiber calls like that?
The phone calls, they got FaceTime. They also, all right, so this is a stretch, but with the little tiny the things that they listen to, the micro tunes, they're like, yeah, it's just commercials from back in the day. I don't know how to prove
TikTok.
it, but it's TikTok. It's just like we don't do full songs anymore. You get like 1 minute songs. Like you get a little, that's it. Like attention spans have gotten shorter. Like
the thing about the car thing, so like we actually had the first all electric vehicle in 1995, and the oil industry killed it.
Oh, actually, even before that, back when they had hand crank cars, there was one that was electric.
Hand crank cars.
Yeah, like cars that you have to like. There was an electric one. I just Jay Leno owns that motherfucker, and it's like been refurbished. But so electric cars have been like around for a long while.
Hey, well, I think I know why the hand crank didn't work, because no one's going to be one.
Well, no, they did hand crank until they got the self starter. The self starter killed the electric car the first time around, and then gas companies. Yeah. But I think the movie's good. I love the action in it. Me and my mom used to watch it a bunch. The one-liners are funny. I really like after the fight outside of the Taco Bell, because Taco Bell.
That was hilarious too.
After the fight outside of the Taco Bell, they're like, he was like, he had all his one-liners and shit, and Huxley's like, oh my god, you're out there and you bang bang boom and delivering these quippy one-liners. She's like, it's not fun. You don't understand. I'm like, bro, it looks like you was having fucking fun. You were all nice to meet you, see you later and shit. Big jokes while you're whooping people's ass, and he's like, you don't get it. It's not fun when the people are just stealing for food. And it's like, yeah, but while you were whooping their asses, you were having the time of your life, bro. Get out of here.
If I was the warden of the cryo prison, I would wait to freeze them till they made the silliest face possible, and then they're just like stuck for 70 years. That's a kind of a wild take on a prison, I guess. It's not real. It's kind of a punishment, but essentially, if everything goes correctly, you come out a better person, and you haven't aged.
And you have skills.
Yeah.
Everybody you know is probably dead. Like,
So,
that's the thing.
Is that a punishment?
I think, no, I definitely think it is.
You get to live into the future and still have your body the same as
And you should learn skills.
let's take away the because he was like, I was awake. It was like a 36-year-long nightmare. Let's take away that part. Let's say we are able to fix that part, but they're able to put information in you. You'll wake up rehabilitated. You'd wake up with skills that you didn't have before that are going to help you to adjust, but you do wake up in a future that's lonely. You have no friends, no family. Like, you're essentially like, you're going to have to relearn all new customs. It would be like if you, instead of a real punishment, like going to jail, they just took you to a different country. You know what I mean? And like you couldn't come back. You'd be like, how am I going to assimilate?
I would rather go to this type of jail than regular jail.
Well, fuck yeah. Regular jail's bad.
Like regular jail, like you just said, it's the same thing. Like if you go there for 60 years, some of your friends are not going to be your friends. So your family may die. So it's like, let's say you're probably going to be lonely. You're probably going to have to do the same types, like what Celeste. Like I think I feel like this type is really not much of a punishment, because like you just.
I mean, they're awake the whole time, so that's pretty fucked up. But also, he forgot about his wife pretty quickly as soon as he.
When she saw Sandra Bullock.
Also,
she was dead.
Yeah. I mean, but I'm saying like he didn't really grieve a lot.
Yeah,
he's an action hero in the 90s. There is no time for emotions. You got violence and you got sex. Those are your two emotions.
Is there form of digital sex? Is that would you consider that
hell no?
Cheating?
Fuck that.
Cheating?
Like if you were in a relationship with somebody and they had digital sex.
Yeah. We need to talk about it. There's like
Digital
straight
sex?
sensual
like
thing.
with the helmet thing.
Yeah.
Like Marketa, if you caught me doing the helmet thing with Mickey, am I cheating on you? Yeah.
How?
Because you gotta talk. Look, it's an intimate activity. Regardless, you're getting to see and feel what someone sees like naked, but you're not actually touching them. Oh, I didn't actually touch them.
Yeah, you didn't. There's no fluid.
Okay, let me ask you this then:
no fluid
if I jerk off across the room to some hot chick who's masturbating across the room, is that cheating? We didn't touch each other.
Yeah, that's not cheating.
I mean, it's emotional cheating.
I mean, it's more like physical cheating too. I mean,
It's pretty physical too.
You tell me you watch porn that's cheating?
no,
That's what you just described.
that is
No,
not.
it's not.
If I walk in,
You don't know the person who's doing porn. You don't
Right?
talk to this person. You didn't make any connection. She's just there doing her job,
Some-
and then you
some
do
people
yours, and then
consider
you move
porn
on.
cheating, though.
those people are. I think those people are wild.
some people
I'm
are
talking about
ridiculous.
two people in the same room masturbating opposite of each other. That is indeed that would be cheating. I think.
Yeah.
All right, and I do think just because it's digital doesn't mean it's not cheating. It's like if that's a thing we do alone in our relationship, and you want to go do it with someone else, we need to have a conversation about it. There's some consent that needs to be had on birth parties to talk about it.
Yeah.
If you want to go watch porn, that's whatever. I don't give a fuck. If you're doing that for just porn too, still wouldn't care. It's the thing about being like I'm gonna be intimate with another person. Yeah, I don't know, cheating. Anyway. What did you guys think about the future that they lived in, where everything was kind of taken care of them, but they had less freedoms?
That place sounds boring.
Yeah,
I was like, there was no emotions. No, everyone was everyone was not to say everyone.
So
was
you
a
would have
softie.
lived. You would have lived in the underground.
Oh hell, yeah, everyone was a softie. Like no one had a backbone.
Yeah, I think I'd let. Yeah, because they got rid of salt. They got rid of seasoning.
Yeah.
No
I can't
meat.
Seasoning's
season my
bad.
food.
No
Yeah.
meat.
Fuck.
That was hell no. You tell me I can't have meat? Get the
They
fuck.
had rat burgers down in the
Like,
underground.
I get it, but they literally got rid of seasoning. Like no.
Yeah.
And no, you can't have beer. You can't have alcohol.
And the seashells. What?
Three
yeah,
seashells.
Yeah,
How do you use the three seashells?
I didn't use it. I didn't know how to
do you
use
guys
it.
think? I think it's the same principle as like sandpaper. There's like different roughnesses, so maybe
Yeah.
you just kind of slide it across your butt, and it's like there's like rough, medium, and fine. You know, like
I figured they're like buttons. So like one of them is like a bidet button, and then one is like
A dryer, maybe.
dry air button, and one of them is like
Ultraviolet light to clean.
perfume or something.
Okay. So I spent a lot of time since 1993 thinking about this and going over this joke a million times because it fucked me up on the first time I saw it. And I saw a video online that had the guy describing it, and this is the only way I think it might work, but I also think it's dumb as fuck. So you take one seashell and you splash water into your butt from the toilet. No, there's no hold on. In the toilet. No, listen. In the toilet, there's a separate spot for clean water, and you reach in there and you kind of flick it onto your shit, and then you take the other one and you scrape yourself clean, and the second one is for extra scraping, just in case you miss.
So I think my idea was better.
Yeah, your idea sounds better. Dan.
But then what do
All
you
of
do?
us are
You
like-
throw those seashells away.
what if they weren't?
Yeah, what do you do with those
What if you
seashells?
had to use the seashells?
If you have to use them, I think they're scrapers, right? I don't know because guess what they said back in the day? Humans used to wad up toilet paper. She didn't say they used to fold it. She said they used to wad it, and it was gross. That's why no one can eat ass in the future is because they fucked it up.
Too. It's the same thing.
Folding's nice.
It's the same thing.
But yeah, so that future, and then, all right, so they present you with two futures, right? They're like, hey, here's a guy. There hasn't been any crime. There hasn't been any murder. Things are essentially good, but for whatever reason, we let this asshole become the mayor governor of all of this giant megalo city, and that's not a great thing, right? Like, we didn't really get any idea of what the government structure was like or any of that, but we
Well,
did see the
he
one guy
was-
was in control.
He was the one who invented the cryo prisons.
And he had a lot of that. And then you get underground. And the underground people, while I do think they're having a lot of fun, I don't think they're doing much better.
No, they're definitely like. I think they were like portrayed as like those Iraqi savages. Like,
They seem like normal
They
people,
were-
but like,
well, like up the above ground people like were more civilized
their social
society. There's more
hierarchy.
like, but like down there it was like hey, they're all like raggedy, nasty. They don't shower.
I'm gonna play Dennis Leary's what was his name? Edward Friendly. I'm gonna play his speech because I really want to dig into that because I think that gives us the like other side of the coin. Edward.
And I wanna, before you start playing, I
Yeah,
just
no,
want
go
to
for
say that if you are fucking starving and the people above ground have food, you go take it. You are going to look like a monkey. But like, is that your fault? Is it their fault? Like, who's responsible for this? Like, the system's fucked if that's happening.
All right, here's the rant. It's 30 seconds long, so let's listen to what he has to say
Are
about
you connected to that?
why they live society the way they do. Actually, hold on. I said it was connected to that, and then I just realized it. Oh no, it is. All right, bet. Let's see if we can hear it. I gotta go turn it up over there. BRB.
Yeah.
Yeah. Turn up the Bluetooth. That's the wrong one. Oh no, that was the right one. Was it the right one? Did you guys hear me for a second there? There it is. Bluetooth. Up.
Bluetooth.
See, according to Cocteau's plan, I'm the enemy. Because I like to think. I like to read. I'm into freedom of speech and freedom of choice. I'm the kind of guy like to sit in a greasy spoon and wonder, gee, should I have the T-bone steak or the jumbo rack of barbecue ribs with the side order gravy fries? I want high cholesterol. I want to eat bacon and butter and buckets of cheese, okay? I want to smoke a Cuban cigar the size of Cincinnati in the non-smoking section. I want to run through the streets naked with green jello all over my body reading Playboy magazine. Why? Because I suddenly might feel the need to, okay, pal? I've seen the future. You know what it is? It's a 47-year-old virgin sitting around in his beige pajamas drinking a banana broccoli shake singing, I'm an Oscar Mayer weed.
So that reminds me, that's funny that we like that right now, we will watch that. We're all for it, right? We're all for that.
Yeah.
Well,
but now, that reminds me of the
except
conservatives
smoking
nowadays.
in the non-section.
No.
Well, no.
Yes.
So this gives me big.
Conservatives to talk about you taking my freedoms away. I want to be able to do
Yes,
this.
they're taking away my fucking freedom. So fuck them.
But hold on, this guy gives me big libertarian vibes, where he's like, I want everyone to have the own freedom to do what they want, right?
Exactly.
And I fuck with that, but also in a society, you do indeed need rules and regulations and shit, right? I don't. So what the movie has given us, I think, is hey, complete 100%, do whatever you want whenever you want it. Who gives a fuck from the
That's
Dennis
what
Leary
conservatives
people?
want.
And then they also give you the hey, this is fucking fascism and no one can really do anything. Even John Sparta himself, he said this fascist shit is pissing me off. Too much control, not enough control, and in the end, John Sparta's like, we should meet in the middle and figure something out.
Like,
because you need a little bit of both, right? Like,
This is I just want to like point out that the conservatives wanting freedom for all is a myth, because all of their policies are saying otherwise. The conservative. What the fuck?
that's my B.
If you were not allowing people to call themselves whatever they want, and if you're not
Freedom.
allowing people to have medical procedures that they need,
Bodily autonomy, freedom.
if like all you care about, if all of your freedom distills into guns, you're not talking about freedom. And also, if you can't marry whomever you want and you don't acknowledge that to be a family unit with equal rights as any other heterosexual family, then you're not really into freedom. You just want freedom for in the idea that fits you, which is what the main villain of this movie was doing. He was the conservative.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, the guy was like, now, like, if you go talk to people that are conservative, they talk about, man, my rights are getting taken away. I want to be able to do this. Too much government. They talk about, I want to be able to like smoke, drink. Like they feel they feel like they don't have those type of.
And
it's
I
not
think,
more about like,
but then they also want to suppress the rights of the LGBT.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not saying this guy is like that, but I'm just saying like, what he's saying.
I'm saying there's hypocrisy on both sides, but I see a lot more hypocrisy on the conservative side.
Also, the conservatives want you to think they're Dennis Leary.
They're basically saying as long as Big Jesus says, I'm good with it.
I think what Pat's saying is that like modern day conservatives see themselves as the Dennis Leary in this movie. Yeah, but they're probably more akin to Old Boy. And just because Old Boy is like the guy who's in control, if you look at the things that he's pushing, they do seem very left leaning. But if you look at the way he's controlling things in general, it's on some far right shit, right? He's like they're not having to dole out these deep punishments because they've essentially outlawed anything that could be. And this isn't me saying that they're not doing a whole bunch of liberal shit in there, because they are. Like, you could see liberals taking things too far, and I'm talking like straight being like, oh, there's no more cursing and all this and that. And yeah, no one wants to have those kind of freedoms taken away from them. Mm-hmm. And I do think modern day conservatives see themselves as Dennis Leary because he's a libertarian, and that's how libertarians want to be. But the truth is that like we got roads up there because we all pitched in to get the money to build the roads, right? So sure, freedom to do whatever the fuck you want, but without us all working together, we're not going to be a society. We're just going to be a bunch of tribes battling each other for fucking the next big game or whatever. And
like right now, I think like the conservatives feel like they're getting attacked, like they're losing. And like in here, there's Phil is losing. He feels like he's losing. That's where I was trying to come at for him. It's like
I see that, man. I definitely see that. And I mean, I just think that like it's one of those things where literally there's a bunch of nuance, and you can be hyped on this shit and be like, yeah, like Dennis Leary's got a fucking point. Because I've heard people say that like we're moving towards a Demolition Man type of society, and it's like, nah, not at all, dog. People are just saying that like, hey, global warming happens because we eat a lot of meat, like a lot. Like maybe we should look at how much meat we eat and try to figure that out. I'm not trying to outlaw meat.
Exactly.
You can eat as much meat as you want to, but I want to make sure there's other options. I want to make sure maybe like we drove out to Nebraska, we were on a train, and there was at one point in time a horizon of cows. Yeah. And I was like, that's a lot of cows. I don't we're eating that much meat. Like a
And it was so
horizon.
sad.
Like,
Like literally look out the window from the train. There was like maybe 200 feet away a fence. And then on that fence to the horizon, cows. There's a lot of fucking cows.
One of the
Yeah, I've
Fox
seen
News
that.
headlines says liberals wants us to eat bugs. Like that's what I'm trying to get at.
I mean, I did have a cricket taco.
They want us to eat bugs and stop eating meat. It's like that's what
I am a
That's
fucking
not what-
socialist, and I did eat a
but,
cricket
like,
taco. I don't know.
Thing is, like, when you are trying to raise awareness about like lab meat or like other alternatives to meat, you're just like that's what you're doing. You're educating about these options because, let's be honest, you're eating red meat is not good for you. You're gonna have a heart attack.
But fuck it. I mean, that part I don't care. I care much
But,
more
like,
about
the
the
thing is-
environmental impact.
Exactly. It's like multiple things. But the thing is, you are just saying something to raise awareness about the subject. You're not enforcing laws so that people only eat lab meat, but you are enforcing laws that people can have abortions.
There's another thing, and I don't want to just say this about conservatives, although I do see a lot of this, is that they're just very reactionary, and there's
It's about the reactionary right. This is the
Yeah,
thing.
they-
Like you don't
they're-
see them make politics. You see them react to other shit.
Yeah, exactly. They just read headlines and they react to it without doing any fact checking. Case in point, they gave up Bud Light to drink Coors,
Seriously.
and they had no idea
Idiots.
until they were like, "Oh shit, this is a gay beer too." But way back in the day, I had a friend, and I don't hang out with them anymore. But like, with the whole notion of like safe spaces and like identity politics.
Yeah.
He said to me like, "Did you hear that like some kids want to be cats now?" And
This thing.
Yes.
they're like some kids want to be cats now, and then
No research.
we're making safe spaces in schools for that. And I was like, "You sure about that?" So we Googled it. Turns out not true at all.
Yeah, just a
Like,
fucking joke.
literally like an Onion article. So like that's what's scary about it. And I'm not saying that doesn't exist on the other side as well.
No.
I think misinformation and fact checking, especially with AI now, where we can fake voices, like it's gonna get way worse. Until it gets any better, and that's what's scary. It's like I think the best thing we can do is kind of put. I also think that like just the two-party system is inherent.
Fucked.
I don't like the two-party
inherently
system.
going to create
Problems.
conflict.
It has no progress.
Look how big sports are in this. Well, I mean, all over the world. But
Yeah.
like, it's just like we are inherently just like
Teams.
my team.
Yeah.
my team.
Yeah.
But also, on an evolutionary standpoint, that's how animals work, and we are animals. We're very intelligent animals, but we are animals. You know.
Someone working a troop and shit. I just want to say this real quick. One, while we're sitting here dumping on conservatives, I would like it if conservatives in general actually
dumping on
conserved
themselves.
things. I know that they want to be traditional, but I do think there's a sense of like conserving as in saving, as in keeping fresh for the future. And like we all have to grow. We can't go backwards, but they could be conserving the environment. They could be conserving the old school way of American life. They'd be trying to figure out things that are worth conserving instead of just being reactionary to things that happen. I also think that you see a lot of Republican lawmakers not actually trying to make law. It feels like they're trying to just drop an anchor and slow things down, right? Like they want to reverse Roe v. Wade. Like what extra things are they actually trying to add that is going to improve society? Because I think back in the day, at some point in times they did, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. But, I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway.
Florida just introduced the death penalty, but it's really just a cover to kill LGBTQ parents that are trying to transition their kid. Like the whole
What?
Yeah. They made it easier to give the death penalty to people, and then they made it so that if you abuse a child, you can get the death penalty, and then they changed what the meaning of abusing a child meant.
But it's really for the sake of like if
my God.
they're gonna consider minors transitioning child abuse, and that could,
I mean that they've already
yeah. But
How's that
but-
fucking
I didn't
child
know
abuse?
about, I
in
didn't
Florida-
know about the death penalty.
There is an argument to be had, but again, people that are against transitioning don't know what it takes to transition. Like, it's not just something that you go to Walgreens and over the counter order it. It's
Unlike guns.
It's like years long process.
Yeah.
Like they don't allow you to medically transition until they know you're psychologically like that's absolutely what you want to do.
But
Like,
how's that abuse?
it's not. But like they see it.
I mean, they also say that like doing a drag performance in public would be considered abusing a minor if there's minors there. So it's literally, it seemed, listen, before we get off of this,
I swear, this are
Ron DeSantis winning is like
Florida's
absolutely,
all about it.
Ron DeSantis Trump ticket is going to be the worst thing to happen to this country. Anyway,
Oof.
off of that,
But I agree with you, Mickey. About
All the
that.
people in Florida need to move, bro. I swear to God, they start killing parents because they're.
Florida has already been one of the worst states. It's just gonna be. We could just. Why don't we just take Florida and
I like Miami. Miami's cool. Don't be hating on Miami.
yeah, it's like how can such a beautiful place be so shitty? Like, it's flabbergasted.
I was gonna say you
One
should see
thing-
my butthole, but
like I would have never.
It's a beautiful
expected,
place, but it's
like,
really shitty.
People that live close to the ocean, how can you be so hateful? You have the most beautiful vistas.
and you have the sun.
And the most beautiful. You have all of the elements that should inherently create a chill vibe, and
So-
and their hate has overtaken geography. like
Right. I mean, they already look like a leg, so they can just kick themselves off.
oh god,
I was just going to say about the movie that the very beginning is what really like I wasn't gonna watch it with Chris, but I saw the very beginning, the opening with like the giga crime.
the ultra
it's just like,
crime.
this is LA. Everything's on fire.
Like even the building they were operating out of was
Like,
casually on fire.
everything is on fire.
Why is the Hollywood sign on fire? What did you take from the Hollywood? How did you loot the Hollywood sign and had the need to set it on fire?
And it kept on fire.
And it
Someone's
just,
maintaining
it just
that
stayed
fire.
on fire and like just panning across the city. No buildings, everything is leveled, and there's just fires everywhere. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, there's a bus of hostages." Like, where? Where's the road? What is the bus going?
Honestly, that one is on the bus driver. Like,
Yeah, right?
If we know the city is like this, and postmen,
He
cops,
said postman, cops, told the
no
bus driver. Who was he picking up, bro?
yeah.
that one is kind of on the
So-
bus driver.
I found that opening so ridiculous that I had to sit through this movie and finish it because I was just like, this is wild. But also just like I loved it because it was ridiculous, but I also don't particularly like this type of like portrayal of crime because it just insinuates that like crime is irrational and that just that's like every criminal is like
A
Simon.
maniac. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's just
And
not-
like, but then later in the movie, and I was like, okay, I need to
for
see and make sure that this movie is actually like doing like something, something's going on here. And then I was glad that they showed like the people in the underground, like actually just like trying to have fucking tacos that aren't from Taco Bell, you know?
Did you guys catch in the beginning of the movie when Stoloso came down and saw Wesley Snipes for the first time, and like did Passenger 57 the movie came out before or after this movie?
I don't remember.
Because I don't know if it was on purpose, but like I thought they were making a reference to the Passenger 57 movie.
Probably.
because he was like, "We're the 57 passengers." That was his first line to.
Probably, yeah. I never seen that one.
That was a great movie. Passenger 57. Wesley Snipes was good.
So, guys, we're about to wrap it up. 1, stick around for the raid. 2, thank you for watching and hanging out with us. 3, I'm going to tell you what the movie's going to be for next week. And unfortunately, because of a conversation we had here at work, which is how we kind of get around to what the movies we're going to watch is, we have no other choice but to watch this movie.
What is it?
We're going to watch District 9.
Yes!
We have to. We
Yes.
literally have to watch.
Amazing.
Pat and
Yes.
Surridge said some things, and now we have to watch District 9. This is how it goes.
Yes.
what did I say to make
What
this
is
watch this
District 9
movie?
about?
Yes.
You never seen District 9?
No.
It's a found. Oh, don't say anything. No, you guys
Is
aren't.
it found footage?
You just
All right.
no.
I've
No,
seen it.
you can't say anything. No
You've seen it?
explanation.
I feel
No
like I've seen
explanation.
it.
Well, one of the main characters is named Christopher Johnson, so let's be.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I
less you
was
know.
gonna pitch that we should watch Idiocracy, but maybe that
Yeah,
should be
All right.
should be
Yes.
a reaction.
Sorry.
Sure.
Idiocracy, I think, might actually
That's a
be
documentary.
reactionable because it's
It's a
kind of on
documentary.
point right now.
That's Idiocracy is a prophecy.
Except for there's actually a lot of really good things that government does in that movie. We'll talk about it later.
Did I show you the meme from Idiocracy?
Yeah, with the
about
Crocs.
with the like so
Yes.
Crocs
Yes.
wasn't a
Yes.
company then. Like
And before we end the stream, I also want to invite everyone to join my stream. I'm gonna go for a little health walk, and as soon as I'm back, we're gonna start streaming Zelda.
Hell yeah. But dead ass serious, everybody, please watch District 9. There's a potential.
It's so
we're gonna have
good.
Spidey back next week, but Marketa is gonna watch it with me because like I didn't know you hadn't seen it. It's one of my favorite movies.
Bro, also some of the best CGI.
Oh, like
Like,
the CGI is flawless.
so
Flawless.
good.
It's good to the point where it's gonna hold up forever
man.
because you can't tell.
Promise me you're not gonna tell her anything.
I won't tell shit.
Just nothing.
I won't tell shit, and we're not gonna wait until Thursday to watch it either. We're gonna find
The
time.
less you know,
I'm down. Hey, I really like the Demolition Man. That's a really good movie.
It's one of me and my mom's favorite movies. I'm glad I still get to watch it with my family. Yay! All right, y'all. We'll see you at the next one. Bye. He's gonna fade us down.
Elspeth.
Fade us down. Fade us down. What'd you say?
We're going to Elspeth's channel.
Nice. Yeah, we still got the plan.
Talking Normies Podcast.